We're back today from the Village Library, and this time you're going to be talking about something new that people can take advantage of, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's unusual, and I've been on a couple times in the last 2 months talking about the fact that we are extending our hours into Wednesday evening,
which is great. How's it been going? You've been getting people?
We've been averaging about 10, but I'm happy that they're all of them. People who have come in have been really appreciative. So I'm hoping to expand it. But because we normally have 80 people come in on a shift, I wasn't really busy, so I started looking into the application and what's there, and I saw this feature, Reserve Express it's called, so we're going to try it out. And what it is will allow people to identify their favorite authors, and then when that author comes out with a new book, it will automatically reserve it for them.
So even if you don't have the book yet, it's kind of like, in a way, it reminds me of you order something on Amazon and maybe it says out of stock or something, we'll notify you when it's ready. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, or sometimes they'll send you an email and they'll say, oh, you've purchased from this author before and they have a new book, and then you find out it's a year from now. Well, now you can go onto our system, and if it's one of the ones we've selected, and select that person's name, you can forget it. And when that book comes out, you'll get put on the reserve list, and when your turn is up, you'll get automatically notified that it's ready for you to pick up.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, will that be something that the application does, or you folks at the library will contact the person? You'll get a list? Or?
when it's the reserve's actually ready for them, just like today, if they have an email address in our system, the system will email them to say their reserve is ready. If they don't, then we call them.
All right.
But yes, so the big thing is making sure that people go on and identify their favorite authors. So the first thing that you would do is log into your catalog account and select up at the top, My Account, and then it'll bring up your name. So here, this is a training account that we've set up, hold for processing training. But it would normally be welcome in your name. So then the next thing you would do is select under that arrow Reserve Request, and then this screen comes up, and there's a couple options for reserves or requesting books. And the first one there now says receive new books because we churned this on. So if you have a favorite author, arrange to receive new books by the selected authors automatically. So you pick that, receive new books, and it'll come up. And here's a partial list of the authors that we've selected already. So I had pulled a list out of the system of all the books that were checked out this year. And I calculated what were the most popular authors that people actually checked out. And the top 15, I think, I selected. So like Patterson and Danielle Steele and Grisham, Stuart Woods, the perennial favorites of our residents here. Then also our book buying committee is meeting next week, next Friday, and we get a look ahead, booking ahead it's called, of what books are coming out in the next couple months. And and then the book committee decides. So we know who the favorites are. But for example, Lee Child, Louise Penny, J.D. Robb are coming out with new books in the next couple months. And they're favorites of our people. So I've selected those names, and they will show up in this list. So now if people log into their account, go down and pick one of these authors, it'll get highlighted and it'll be darker. And then when those books get added into the catalog, they'll automatically get put on the reserve list.
Okay, now how will it work? Let's say there's 5 people wanting a certain book that's coming out. First come, first serve, basically?
No, actually it's random. We even tested this out yesterday. So if 5 people go on today and pick the Louise Penny as their favorite author, when her book comes out, it'll randomly assign those people to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then next time, if there's another author, it'll be a different random pattern.
That's good to know.
So some people might, maybe they're really good at watching the catalog and jumping on fast, but
but I think this is really good. You know, it's interesting. Some of those authors I didn't even know were still writing books.
Yeah, right. Well, and that's one of the things that the application says. Don't bother selecting an author that's no longer alive because they won't have any new books coming out.
Right. Well, I've looked at that
But,
list. I didn't know, I don't really follow it. Like, I didn't know, is John Grissom still alive and Danielle Steele?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. And oh my gosh, Danielle Steele, she comes out, it seems like every 6 months she's got a new book.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of them may only have one a year, like John Sanford or Daniel Silva.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought they were.
Yeah.
Sorry to the authors. I didn't,
One of the other things that people might be concerned about is that we have a limit. You can only reserve 3 things at a time.
Okay.
But since this is automatic, it overrides that. So you might actually wind up with 5 reserves on your list. If you already had 3 reserves, it'll still let this happen and be on your reserve list.
So you can have up to 5?
Well, no, it'll be whatever. But hopefully we won't have like 5 favorite authors all in the same month. So because people can't read that fast.
Yeah. All right. I think that's fantastic. Very good.
I think people will really once we get them on board, they'll be happy. They won't have to think about it. The other thing is, if your favorite author is not on our list, just let them know at the front desk. We already have a form ready. You can fill it out, and we'll be happy to add that author.
Okay, they can reserve that way as well?
They can always go on, reserve the normal way.
Okay, all right.
But we would be happy to add their author as a favorite.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, thank you very much. That's great that people can do that.
Yes.
And check out the library. Go over and just kind of acquaint yourself if you haven't been there before. They have a lot to offer besides books and DVDs and magazines and puzzles and all kinds of different things.
Yes, we love it.
Yes. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, very good. I like this.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Wednesdays are going good. We'll be back. Yeah, man.